And away we go. It is another nightcap right here on Bearcat Journal, brought to you by our good friends at Galactic Fried Chicken. Visit www.galacticfriedchicken.com to download the app, Android, iPhone, everything Galactic. It was a galactic night for us, Aaron. Took the crew.
Galactic night last night?
Tonight.
Okay.
We headed down tonight. We got I got a chicken breast and a chicken wing and some fries. The girls split 4 chicken legs. They love the chicken legs, so they love those more than the tendies, which is they make really good chicken legs. So I get it. And then they had some fries and some mashed potatoes. So a little galactic sauce, a little sauce. Kelsey likes to take the sauce and mix it with ranch. She likes the taste of the sauce mixed with ranch. I don't know. That's her own creation.
Get out of here.
I don't know. I got my Great Midwest Champions shirt on, rocking our friends at Home Field Apparel. Thanks for that. It was a t-shirt day here in Cincinnati today. Unfortunately, guys, I didn't get to make it to spring practice this morning. Kelly had chemo and Kelsey's on spring break, so wasn't in the cards today for the final day of spring practice, which I apologize for that, but sometimes family happens.
We also didn't record a BCJ pod.
Yeah, but I think actually in the long run that might be a good thing. It might be a good thing because it led to a guest potentially for next week that I think will blow everybody's doors off. And then the following week will also blow everybody's doors off. So we had a cancellation that we were supposed to have Zach Caleros on. He had something come up and couldn't make it happen tonight, which is okay. That happens sometimes. When you're the biggest football star in Canada, you know. But hopefully Zach is going to join us in 2 Thursdays. And maybe next week we'll have the guy that snapped the ball to him quite a bit. What? Huh? Nugget. Little drop of a nugget there. We're working on making that happen. So if that ends up being the end game, then it's worth it. And the reality is, what the hell else are Aaron and I going to talk about for an hour and a half that we haven't already talked about? So, but we're working on something for tomorrow. It's not a guarantee yet, but keep your eyes peeled. We might be able to get you through the last couple hours of the work week live right here on this YouTube channel tomorrow. So TBD, we're working on it. So I don't want to make that official yet because there's some things that need to fall into place. But that's tentatively something that you should keep your eyes on for tomorrow. But that leaves us here. That leaves us this space tonight. So let's start with some football. We got the news. And look, we have been talking about this since the season ended. How big draft weekend is going to be for the Cincinnati Bearcats. And we have explained a million ways why. And so far, guess what? We've been right on pretty much everything. Like, we told you. Once, like Dez wasn't super highly thought of at the start of this quarterback process going through the draft. We told you, keep an eye, because he's going to continue to climb and climb and climb and climb and climb and climb. What has he done? He's climbed and climbed and climbed and climbed and climbed. Sauce Gardner has accepted the invitation to attend the draft and be in the green room and be part of the show. And guess what? You know what he's going to do? He's going to walk into that green room fresh to death with that sauce chain on. Yep. Yeah, you can open it. It's for you and Mom. So, you know what's going to happen? There's going to be a lot of talk about Sauce. And then he's going to get drafted. And then he's going to walk onto the stage. And he's going to dap up Roger Goodell. And then he's going to walk over to the ESPN set, talk to them. He's going to walk over to the NFL Network set, talk to them. And he's going to continue becoming a star in the NFL. That'll be day one. And potentially, Mel Kiper had him number 2 today.
Yesterday.
Number 2 yesterday, whatever it was. I know what day it is.
Well, we talked about it last night when Dave joined us, or joined me on the nightcap. And yeah, he definitely had him at 2 there.
Yeah, whatever day it was. But this is why we have talked about. This is why I put it on wax. This is going to be the biggest impact weekend in the history of the Cincinnati football program. Because it is going to be an infomercial for Luke Fickell. Especially if Dez goes in the first round.
Is he making the trip with Sauce?
Potentially. It is possible. I know the Friday night is the gala on campus that he's supposed to be at. But my guess is he'll be there for Sauce for Thursday for the first round. And then potentially, well, Dez has decided to be in Louisville with his family. So, but I think there's a real good chance that Luke will be there.
I just wondered, they did announce today that there's only going to be 2 quarterbacks in attendance. And those 2 quarterbacks are going to be Malik Willis and
Pickett.
No, actually, Matt Corral.
Oh, that's a hell of a roll of the dice for Matt Corral.
Yep.
Like that's you're potentially like there's no guarantee he gets picked in round 1. And I think
potentially he could be Aaron Rodgers still sitting there.
And if you're Dez, that's a risk that you would take if you're there as well. Like that, there's been a lot of mocks where he's been at 32. I do think he's going to go in the first round. Like I do think to get the 5th year, somebody's going to jump up and grab him before the end of the first round. But is it out of the question that he falls to the second? No, I don't think it's out of the question. But I do think he gets drafted in the first. You just look, you don't want to be the last guy sitting in that room. Like that's a tough pill to swallow. Like, and that can crush your confidence going forward, period.
Yep.
So, I don't think it's a bad idea for Dez to decide to spend it with his family. But man, Sauce in the green room, there's every indication that he's at least going to be a top 10 pick, maybe a top 5 pick. And I've seen some conversation, some chatter on the internets that he's the best player in this draft. Like in terms of
some of that,
what he can do. Corners don't go number 1. Like it's just not how things typically go. He's not going to go number 1, but there is legitimate conversation out there that Sauce is the best player in this draft. And that is a wild stratosphere for this program that hasn't had a first round pick in 50 years. 50 years, Aaron.
It's crazy to see just I know we've talked about this before, how we're in the toddler stage of this football program,
right?
Entering into the realm of the big boys. But just to see how much growth that this program has had over the course of the last 5 years, the tenure of Luke Fickell, it's absolutely insane.
It's unreal, and it's playing out.
Unfathomable.
It is unfathomable. Like it is actually like that word is used many times about things that are actually fathomable. But this is up there with things that
unprecedented.
There's probably going to be 8 guys going the first 4 rounds. It's wild. It's wild. Basketball side, I am working to confirm. Let make sure the basketball banquet is tonight. So getting things confirmed tonight, not easy. Rob Venice, John Rothstein reporting that he will visit Monday and Tuesday. That looks to be true. Finney, I think it's Finney. I'm not sure. Potato.
I was gonna say you've gone back and forth on
I know. Rob. We're just gonna call him Rob. Now that Rob Banks is gone and we don't have a Rob, we can just call him Rob. Visiting Monday and Tuesday, after visiting Butler tomorrow and Saturday. He has named those as top two. All indications would lead to the fact that once you visit your top two, a decision is imminent.
Looming.
Right. Looming is a good one. Looming. I like looming. Aaron Word Smith. Ooh, I think we just came up with a nickname for you.
Oh, no.
Aaron Word Smith. You don't like that?
Oh, no. It's not the worst nickname. It's definitely not the worst thing I've been called. I'll tell you that.
What are you knowing about then?
Because I don't know how no one's ever put that together before.
Yeah, you're like a grammar guy. Like you correct everybody. That's where pardon the punctuation came from, right? Like,
well, I mean, have you talked to Ed via text? So
right.
You
right.
No.
Aaron Word Smith. I like it. And that's the thing with nicknames. You can't give yourself a nickname. Somebody has to come up with the nickname for you. And I think that's what I just did. I'm really proud of myself. But
you win.
A decision is looming after the visits, I would say. I think we could hear something pretty soon on Kalu Ezekpe. He visited Cincinnati last weekend. He hasn't visited anywhere else. We haven't heard any word of other visits being scheduled. You would think like a decision's got to be coming at some point in time.
How do you say his first name?
Kalu.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We're at 12 minutes. I'll kick you off this show. I will punt you right from this bed. I can remove you from the studio right now, son. So we're about to get to the point where there's going to be movement in the transfer portal. I know it's what everybody has been very worked up about. When are we going to get some movement? I think we're going to have some movement coming here in the next 3 to 5, maybe 3 to 7 days. And then everybody will start to get some answers and we'll start to have a better grasp on what this roster is going to look like to start the 2022-2023 season.
Good.
You have anything?
I mean,
good. That's what you got. That's what Aaron Wordsmith has in the good.
I'm tired of
good.
I'm tired of the thread, man. Get me out of here. I want this ride. Let me off this ride.
Once you're strapped in, you can't exit until the ride stops. And the tray tables and whatever are in the upright and locked position.
I mean, we're at 189,000 plus views, 1,281 posts off of this ride.
Good for business.
There's over 50 pages. Over 50 pages.
Why do you like things that are good? Why do you hate things that are good for business? You want me to pay? You want me to keep paying you?
I just wish that there was conversation about something worth a shit.
You know, that's how it is sometimes. All right. Well, I think that's about all I got for today. You got anything else?
No, again, just big ups to Dave for joining me last night while you were out with the wife. I know I talked to you guys both when you were together earlier today, and she seemed to really have enjoyed herself. She even had herself an adult beverage celebrating the evening. So, just
She's here.
happy.
Did you have a good time last night?
I did.
See, she did.
Just happy that you guys were able to do that, and happy we were able to do that for you without
It's still the
just
funniest story.
one less thing to worry about. So
Yeah, we're walking out of the concert. There's a police officer standing in where the parking garage is, right at the entrance of the parking garage, and he's kind of leaning up against the pole. He had worked the concert. The concert's over, so he's off duty from what he was, assigned to do. And you can't have your phone in the concert. That's a Jack White thing. They pouch your phone at the concert, so you can't have your phone while the show's going on. So he had just gotten his phone unpouched, and he was no longer, being employed by Icon to do anything. And sure enough, he's standing there against the wall reading Bearcat Journal. And I walk by him, and he's like, "Chad," and he turns his phone around, and he's like, "I'm on Bearcat Journal," and I'm like, "Nothing happened. I didn't have my phone." I'm sorry, but there's nothing new. I was in there with you. It was a big laugh. It was a really funny, like, iconic BCJ moment that, the cops just standing there after work. First thing he did as soon as he got his phone, he was checking the transfer portal thread to see if anything had happened. You love it. All right, that's it. It's the nightcap. Thanks to Galactic Fried Chicken. Dinner was awesome. We'll see you next time right here on BearcatJournal.com.